Hello and welcome back to World Wars 101. I'm Rodney Rouzan, and today what I'm going to do is go a little bit into detail and depth on how this started with me, how I find myself as a 24-year police officer, and then find myself terminated. How did we get here? Well, this all started right back in June 7th of 2022. And let me show you by detail what happened. On June 7th, 2022, I arrived in the parking lot. I'm rolling up, I'm having a great day. And then I arrive in the parking lot and I get met by my supervisor. And my supervisor at this point was Sergeant Aaron. I'm trying to, I thought I could do this. Let's see. Okay, yes, we're gonna highlight it for you. My supervisor was Sergeant Aaron Barron. Okay, so Sergeant Barron, when I get to work that day, okay, he meets me in the parking lot and he says, Rodney, I'm being forced to place you out of work. I know this is not right, but they're telling me that you haven't been testing for the COVID-19 testing. So we have a memorandum from Minerva Gutierrez, and it's stating that we have to place you off duty and from work. Now look at it. This email also comes from Anthony Boisel. This is the lieutenant. This is my lieutenant at the time. So he also knows I've been testing. They know that I'm doing everything in compliance. They know that I'm testing. We've had tons of back and forth regarding this, but he's also sending this document over. Then the document, like I said, I'm at work on the 7th, but this document apparently came over on June 3rd. Okay. It came originally from Roderick Jennings. Okay, he's the second in command at LAWA HR. Okay, it went past Troy Takaki. Okay, Boisel again. Okay, that's Boisel in the CC. Okay, and then from Werner. Okay, and then to Tyrone Stallings, Captain. This was Captain Fernando Castro, who's now retired. This was Assistant Chief Tyrone Stallings, who's now retired, and this is Assistant Chief Latasha Amerson. It all goes past them, and it says effective immediately, I'm going to be placed off duty without pay. Okay. So let's read this memorandum. And we're not going to read, you can read it, but right here, here's the key points. Okay. Here's the key point. Effective immediately, but no later than your regularly scheduled shift on June 6th. You're being placed off duty without pay. And this was allegedly for not testing or not being in compliance with the COVID-19 testing requirements. Okay, so right away when I saw this, I'm like, this doesn't even look right, because no police officer can be placed off duty without pay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you here the law. Okay, so I have, this is Government Code Section 3304. Okay, Government Code Section 3304. Okay, right here it says in subsection B, 3304 subsection B. This is also known as the Peace Officer Bill of Rights. Okay, no punitive action nor denial of promotion on the grounds other than merit shall be undertaken by any public agency against any public safety officer who has successfully completed the probationary period that may be required by his or her employing agency without providing the public safety officer with an opportunity for an administrative appeal. Well, obviously, I hadn't had there was no investigation, there was no administrative appeal, but they're telling me I can be placed off duty at this time. So I knew right away that this was completely illegal, but it had went through all my command staff. And then to make matters even worse, I had been testing. So right here, what I have attached for you is a couple of videos that I had that I put forward that took place months before. One is going to be in April and one is going to be in May. The one in April that you're going to see is going to be one of the first videos when I started recording myself to make sure that they had to make sure that I had documentation to prove that I had been testing on a weekly basis as required. The second one that you're going to see that was done on May 7th that's going to be a video of me showing that LAWA wasn't even collecting the test. So then once they don't collect the test, then they come at us and claim that we're not testing. So go ahead and enjoy the video. Here we go. Good evening to everybody that would have to see this video. But if you're seeing this video, there's for obvious reasons that you may have needed to see it. There's been a lot of statements about, you know, HR's falsification of the records and so forth. So I decided I'd have to record each test that I do now and make sure that I have things for the record to protect myself. So I make that done today. As anybody can see today would be Friday, April 29th. At about 49 hours. We'll also show you right here today. We can go right onto the computer screen. This is going to be LAWA's computer. This is going to be April 29th at 11 p.m. We're getting ready to do 2 tests here. We have 2 separate tests that we're getting ready to take. As pursuant to the ordinance, they want us to take 2 tests per week. They don't exactly say when in the ordinance, 187-134, so we're going to take 2 tests. For the record, the first test would be 60-2279-428013. The second one will be 60-2279-427913. So this will be in compliance with 187-134. I'm going to go ahead and spit into these little vials right here and make sure they get in the spit that they need up in here as well. And then, so we're gonna go ahead and get this done here. Get up our spit up in here. Here we go. All right, I think we got enough spit up in that bad boys, right? We got spit up in both of them. Okay, so we're gonna close this bad boy. We close it up. We close it up on this side. We got spit all up in here. And then we're gonna take this. We take that bad boy off of there. Put that spit right over there. Okay. Just make sure. Okay, so we're gonna put these bad boys in there. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're take and also put these seals on them. Put these little seals on them for the testers. Now they got the Rodney Rouzan seal right there for 1. We got Rodney Rouzan seal number 2. That's a trip. Last time I took this test, and I had myself reported several times, and the HR director said I hadn't tested since January 2022. That's why I had to take this video, to protect myself. It's a shame you have to do this, but that's what happens when you have certain individuals who do certain things around you. So we're gonna put this up in the bag right here. Biohazard bag, roll that bad boy up. Suck all the air up out of there. Close that up. Yes. It's kind of scary. Close it up. We're gonna seal it up in this bag. Oil. It's kind of crazy. Just close this up. Bad boys closed up. Put it up in the box right here. Put this bad boy in the box. That's 1 down going into the box. So that's 1 in the box right there. We got it all up in there. They put these FedEx labels on here. And put this up in the box. So we got 1. And then we're gonna have 2 here. So we got 2 boxes. Now we got a second box. Okay. So we got both tests done right here. Like I said again, today is going to be Friday, April 29th at 11:17. The tests are down done. We're going to look again at, let's see, at LAWA's computer. 11:17 on April 29th. I'm getting ready to drop them both in the box so you guys have them here for the record, okay? These are the test kits that were done. This is for protection because we have people within LAWA that obviously have ethical problems, so we have to make sure we continue to do these tests. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm walking over to the box. This is going to be location number 46. We are dropping this into the box at this point in time, okay? I'm going to set up right over here so you guys can see exactly what we're doing over here at the box, okay? So now you should be able to see Officer Rodney Rouzan placing this. I'm going to set this little tripod up right here. And then we're going to place it in this box right here. So see, I'm going to be placing this. Open the box. 1 test down, 2 tests down. Okay, so they both went into the box, okay? So now we're gonna take a look and we're gonna see these tests going down into the box, okay? Gone. Okay, now they're submitted. The tests are submitted pursuant to 187.134. 2 tests have been submitted for this week. Thank you. Hello, people out there. Today is going to be, let's see, Saturday, May 7th at 12:04. I've just deposited 2 COVID-19 tests pursuant to Ordinance 187.134. Okay, so now one thing that I'm just proving the fraud that's actually going on in the city of Los Angeles is they're not collecting our Bluestone tests. Today I've tested for my Friday, which is May 6th, and then I work Friday, I work Saturday, and I work Sunday. Now the goal of a COVID test allegedly is to stop the spread of COVID. Now I'm gonna be on multiple radio calls, I'm gonna be going all around the airport, and I can guarantee you I work my entire 40-hour work week and this box will never get touched. So why are we even testing? So I'm gonna take this little Band-Aid I got out of my little war bag again. I did the same thing last week. And we're gonna put it on the COVID box right here. Now I'm vouching to bet and tell you that this box or my test will never be received. Watch. And put it right here. Now look, this is the little door that opens for the COVID. Now what we gonna do, put this Band-Aid right here. Okay, let's see how we gonna do this. Right here. See that? Now if that Band-Aid don't move, that means they're not collecting the test. I'm willing to bet you it doesn't move. Stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, Rodney Rouzan here. Today now will be Monday, Monday, May 9th at 2 a.m. in the morning. And one of the things I've been doing, again, is we're here to show that LAWA is not picking up our tests for Bluestone testing. We're required by the ordinance to test twice a week. I placed 2 tests in here last Friday, which was the beginning of my work week. I've now worked about 36 of my hours already for the work week, and I'll be going home in a couple of hours. And LAWA is not picking up the test. The way we can prove this right here, again, it's the 2nd week in a row. This Band-Aid right here, I put over here. My tests were put in Friday, and I believe it was about Saturday in the morning. I put that on here a couple minutes after I put my test in. And as you can see, that's still sitting right here. Test hasn't moved. I'll already be going home. There's been absolutely no testing, no nothing. These tests aren't being checked. And if they are even checked this week or whatever, who knows? There would be no, I don't see that there be any, the quarantine period would already be over with. So you see that this is just a complete scheme. It is what it is. Once again, you see that Band-Aid sitting there. Watch this. Hasn't moved. Hasn't moved since Friday. Okay. There you go. Now, I hope you guys, hope this video has really shed a lot of light on what's going on here. As a result of this occurrence, I was out of work, you know, from June 7th all the way up to August 15th. I went out of work for a couple of weeks, and then I had annual vacation that was scheduled also. So by the time I returned back to work on August 11, 2022, I filed this complaint right here. And this is a complaint for harassment, retaliation, and violations of POBAR and the LAPD policy due to me being unvaccinated. And I laid it out in this complaint. I'm going to make sure that this is in the, this is going to be in the description of the video. So a link to it will be in there. But this, once I filed this complaint and when I was in the commission of making this complaint to Special Investigator 2, David Barway, who oversees all the complaints, he recommended me for a psychological evaluation. So to shut me up, to shut me down, because I'm pointing out that they're violating the Peace Officer Bill of Rights and using fraudulent forms, which is all detailed in this report, I get recommended for a psychological evaluation. Now, I hope this sheds a little bit of light on what's going on here. We'll get a lot more into details. You'll see it right here in the upcoming cross-examinations, but this is why we're here today. This is what I'm going to prove to you guys exactly what's going to happen. This is exactly what the false reports that David Barway is going to have created. You're going to see that he created an original report and then he creates multiple false reports after that. This is what led us all to this today. This is what's going on with your employers, your human resources section. So like, subscribe, follow me on this journey. Make sure you log in this Friday coming up. You're not going to want to miss what they're going to have to say. Thank you.
Words in papers, words in books, words on TV, words for books, words of comfort, words of ease, words to make the fighting cease. Eat your words, but don't go